Hamilton is a historic port city in the Niagara Peninsula region of Ontario. It is wrapped around the western edges of Lake Ontario midway between Toronto and the U.S. border. In the past, this growing city was quite industrial, known then as Steeltown. Today, Hamilton still has its industrialised area, though it also has a thriving art community, historic sites, and a lovely waterfront. Hamilton is not on many tourist lists of places to go, but there are numerous things to see and do in the city. So here is the list of the 10 best things to do in Hamilton, Canada. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Here we go. Number 1. Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum. Located directly beside the Hamilton International Airport in Mount Hope, the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum is a non-profit organization that was founded in 1972. It displays a collection of Canadian military aircraft flown since the beginning of World War II. Take a walk through history and witness the more than 40 aircraft on display, including the Avro Lancaster, one of only 2 airworthy Lancaster bombers left in the world. For a burst of adrenaline, hop into the Air Combat Zone Jet Fighter Simulation Center to feel what it's like to fly in a fighter jet. Number 2. Bayfront Park. You can't imagine how an industrial site can turn into a beautiful recreational area. This used to be a landfill before it was converted to Bayfront Park. They planted more trees to enhance it and created a fish habitat. Now it's a beautiful park perfect for families. This tourist attraction in Hamilton was opened in 1993 and has received many awards. Number 3. Art Gallery of Hamilton. The Art Gallery of Hamilton is one of the oldest and largest art museums in Canada. This art gallery houses a magnificent art display of over 10,000 pieces. With close to 300,000 visitors every year, this is one of the top things to do in Hamilton. From historical Canadian and contemporary paintings to historical European art, you will notice right away that this is one of the most impressive art displays in all of Canada. Whether you are an art buff or just spending time gawking at the beautiful displays, you will definitely leave the Art Gallery of Hamilton feeling intrigued and inspired by what you have seen. Number 4. Dundon Castle. The impressive Dundon Castle is a neoclassical mansion that was built in the 1930s. It took 3 years to build the 1,700 square meter mansion, which is located on York Boulevard. Dundon Castle was purchased by the city in 1900, and since then it has been open to the public. It is now also designated as a National Historic Site of Canada. It is a magnificent castle that is surrounded by stunning grounds and greenery. The Hamilton Military Museum is housed in a building on the grounds, as is the Cockpit Theatre. It is also a fantastic spot for a wedding. Number 5. Haida National Historic Site. Nicknamed Canada's most fighting ship for its record of sinking the most enemy tonnage while serving the country's navy in WW2, HMCS Haida National Historic Site is another waterfront tourist attraction to add to your Hamilton travel itinerary. Built in Newcastle upon Tyne in Britain and launched in 1943, this historic destroyer is easily accessed from her berth at Hamilton's Pier 9. Designated as a National Historic Site, this well-preserved museum ship is fun to explore for all ages. Highlights of a visit include seeing the often tight sleeping and eating quarters shared by the ship's crew of over 250 men, along with the officers' quarters, the engine room, and the bridge. There's plenty of hands-on fun to be had, too, including trying your hand at Morse code, as well as using vintage radar equipment to search for enemy submarines. Number 6. Royal Botanical Gardens. Of all the attractions in Hamilton, a visit to Canada's largest botanical garden is a must. The Royal Botanical Gardens in Canada is a must. Boasting over 77 kilometers of nature trails, across 300 acres of land, the Royal Botanical Gardens includes 5 cultivated gardens and over 312,000 individual plants. It is no surprise why. It provides an unforgettable experience where you can witness over 2,400 plant species flourish and bloom. Nestled into the slopes of the Niagara Escarpment World Biosphere Reserve, the Royal Botanical Gardens has many outdoor plant collections as well as an indoor Mediterranean garden. It is also home to the world's largest lilac collection with 100,000 spring bulbs and 3,000 rose bushes. One of the highlights of the rock garden is the 18-meter-long Centennial Lilac Walk, which features over 200 varieties of lilacs. Visitors can walk through the garden and enjoy the beautiful scents and colors of the flowers. Number 7. Gage Park. Another park to visit in East Hamilton, Ontario is Gage Park. It's just a few minutes from Tim Hortons Field, and it is a huge city park. One of the main features of Gage Park is its beautiful themed gardens, including a rose garden, a rock garden, and a medicinal herb garden. But the star attraction is the tropical greenhouse. Within the park is the Hamilton Children's Museum, which has hands-on galleries and interactive displays. The museum is undergoing renovations at the moment, but there is still a play area and a large green space. With walking trails, playgrounds, sports fields, and a wading pool, this is an excellent day outdoors for the whole family. There is also a bandshell that hosts concerts throughout the summer. There is also a large greenhouse on the property that houses a variety of exotic plants and flowers. Number 8. Hamilton Museum of Steam and Technology. A visit to the Hamilton Museum of Steam and Technology offers a fascinating glimpse at what would have been state-of-the-art waterworks in Victorian times. Housed in a building constructed in 1859 in the Hamilton Waterworks Complex, the Steam Museum is a one-of-kind relic that has preserved the original steam engines that pumped water across the city until it closed in 1910. As impressive as the scale of the machinery is its elegant design. As well as being functional, this new technology had to impress investors and customers, who had to pay for the privilege of having water delivered to their homes. In addition to a short informative movie, visitors are given a fascinating guided tour around the complex. Number 9. Canadian Football. The Canadian Football Hall of Fame celebrates achievements in Canadian football. It is a not-for-profit museum that is operated by the Canadian Football League. The Canadian Football Hall of Fame first opened in 1972 in downtown Hamilton. Since then, it has grown to be a large hall filled with items that highlight the sport and its best players. In addition to displaying items from the CFL, the hall also displays items showing the history of the Canadian University Football and Canadian Junior Football Leagues. Number 10. Westfield Heritage Village. Located in the community of Rockton, just 25 minutes drive west of Hamilton, Westfield Heritage Village has done an impressive job of preserving a snapshot of the region's past. It consists of 35 historic buildings reconstructed around a central village on an 840-acre site. Highlights include the opportunity to interact with costumed interpreters as they recreate the lives and culture of Canadians from the 1800s to the early 1900s. Also fun is paying a visit to the Reproduction General Store, complete with traditional candies for purchase, as well as the Maple Sugar Shack. If you're traveling with kids, encourage them to dress up in the period costumes provided. Guided sightseeing tours are available, and regular demonstrations of skills and crafts are held throughout the day. Number 11. Spencer Gorge Conservation Area. Spencer Gorge Conservation Area is definitely the star attraction. Housing two of its most famous waterfalls, Tews Falls and Webster Falls, this is a popular hike that also houses Dundas Peak, showcasing the beauty of the Dundas Valley. Tews Falls is possibly the most famous located in the conservation area. Hamilton's answer to Niagara Falls, it stands 41 meters high, making it only a few meters shorter than Niagara Falls. Another popular route is Devil's Punch Bowl Lookout, or you can head to the Chedoke Waterfalls and creek that runs through the west side of Hamilton. Number 12. Hamilton Farmers Market. Hamilton Farmers Market is considered an institution in Hamilton as its oldest market. dating all the way back to 1837 in its current location next to the Hamilton Public Library for nearly 4 decades. Today the indoor market features some 70 vendors open every Saturday between April and October. It's the place to go if you're looking for souvenirs like pure Canadian maple syrup, ingredients for a picnic, and perhaps a local bottle of wine too. You'll find the usual fresh local produce and a wide range of other items, including culturally diverse products, raw honey, freshly made pasta, handmade ice cream, and a community kitchen that hosts live demos and other events. Be sure to check out the historic bricks clock of the Charging Horseman that hangs in the market center. The last word. So guys, these are the best things to do in Hamilton, Canada. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. Less than an hour's drive away from Ontario's provincial capital, Hamilton is a great place to visit for a short weekend getaway. Its natural location on the edge of the Niagara Escarpment creates a beautiful environment with a range of trails, and its rich cultural history means there are many notable attractions that celebrate Canada's past. So, if you love to travel and you want to see the whole world, then this is the channel that gives you a list of the best places to visit in the world. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye bye, see you in the next video.